Am I wrong for how I responded when my husband told his brother that he's lucky his wife is mute? My sister in law, my husband's brother's significant other, is mute. She's been happily married to my brother in law for 1 year, and I have been married to my husband for 5. We were invited to my mother in law's house for dinner a few days ago. I have to say, it was the weekend that I was too tired from working, looking after the kids, doing household chores, etc. But my husband insists on me being part of these weekly dinner gatherings. My brother in law came and brought his wife with him. We all sat at dinner and discussed many topics, and then my sister in law started using sign language with my brother in law. My husband was smirking for some reason and then waited till they stopped, then turned to his brother and said, "Man, you're lucky your wife is mute. Your house must be so peaceful and quiet all the time, right? This is a blessing." He said this while locking eyes with me. My sister in law was stunned. They all stared at me awkwardly, like I knew he meant to say that I was loud and noisy at home, which is not true at all. I decided to pitch in and reply with, "Yeah, well, she's lucky for not having a button pushing jerk barking demands at her all day long and gaming while she's juggling everything from childcare to household chores to work all by herself." Silence. He figured I was referring back to him, which I was, and his face went to normal to red to pale. He excused himself to the bathroom, then later things were really awkward. We got in the car and he lost it on me completely. He said I disrespected, badmouthed, and demeaned him in front of his family. Okay, which is exactly what you did to her. Oh, and ugh, ugh. I pointed out how he was indirectly insulting me with the "you're lucky your wife's mute" remark, but he called me petty and said that I took it personally and acted insensitively and rudely towards him. We got home and he went radio silent and has basically been sulking about what happened till this very hour. Am I the asshole for my response to him? Don't dish it out if you can't take it. People get so butthurt. It's like the bully. They bully everyone, and then when someone stands up and says something back to them, they're like, "Why you hurt my feelings?" Like, no.
My daughter's friend stole a $4,900 watch from my husband, and we don't know how to tell her parents. Our daughter, 18 female, has been friends with this girl, 18 female, for about 8 or 9 months, and in the last few months, she started inviting her to our house more often because they're classmates and sometimes have projects to do together. Well, last week, she came to our house and my husband, 56 male, was helping them with a project. Since they're studying the same thing he studied, and at one point my youngest daughter came home with her friends, so my eldest daughter and her friend went to my husband's office. And according to him, he had taken off his watch and left it on his desk. And our daughter saw it, so he was right. But when her friend left, the watch was gone. And after searching for it throughout the house, I, 36 female, decided to check the security cameras, and she took it when she was left alone in the office for less than 5 seconds. To my surprise, my daughter wasn't surprised because according to her, this is the 3rd time that valuable things have disappeared from our house. The first 2 times, she stole a pair of gold earrings and a gold necklace from my daughter, and she thought that she lost them because honestly she loses things all the time. But my daughter is sure that her necklace and earrings were in her jewelry box and that her friend took them. And now my husband and I don't know if we should tell her parents, since she's stolen a significant sum of money from our house, and the last thing we want is to get the police involved. We just want to get our stuff back and help her get help because clearly she has a problem. How can you talk to parents about this without them feeling offended? In total, she stole almost $6,000 from our house, and that's not right, but she's young and we want to give her another chance. What would be the correct way to face this situation? Just to clarify, they're in college, and the decision not to involve the police has to do with that. We don't want it to affect her academically. And I say that we want to talk to her parents because she still lives with them and they're the ones who pay for everything. I have 3 sisters and 2 brothers. I'm the second child out of 6 children. I'm single if that matters. Well, in October 2002, one of my little sisters, the 3rd child, got married. I was not asked to be a bridesmaid or to even be part of the wedding party, and it was a dagger to the heart. But I let it go, and she ended up having an amazing panel of women as her bridesmaids. Fast forward to present day 2023, my other little sister, 4th child of the family, was proposed to by her boyfriend in 4 years. She was proposed to in August 2023 and is set to get married in November 2023. A couple weeks go by and I'm curious of the wedding plans. I'm so excited for my sister, so I ask for details. I ask my sister who her bridesmaids are going to be, and she names her best friend as her maid of honor, a given, my recently married sister, 2 of her future sister-in-laws, also a given, her boss of her current job, and a girl who she barely knows. I said, "Oh, okay," as my heart sank and tears filled my eyes. She replies with, "We don't have another guy to walk down the aisle, so I didn't ask you." But my mind kept remembering how she has her boss and a girl that she barely knows in her wedding party. I didn't talk to her for a week or so. It really upset me. Fast forward a week. This entire situation still bothers me, so I call my sister and tell her how bothered I am that her boss and someone that she barely knows is in her wedding, and I'm not. She was silent and then used the "we don't have enough guys" excuse again. And then she proceeds to say, "I know you're mad at me for not making you a bridesmaid, but I have an idea. Will you marry my boyfriend and I?" Which was a nice gesture. I accepted and became ordained shortly after. A few days later, I ended up asking about the bachelorette party because I like to help with it and celebrate with my sister. I'm so excited for her to be married. Turns out, I was excluded from the invite of the bachelorette party, and when I mentioned the party to my sister, she didn't respond to me. I just don't understand why I'm being excluded from everything. I like to think that we get along well. She's always been my mini-me because she looks like my twin, but 6 years younger than me. I feel like she only asked me to be the ordained minister last minute out of feeling sorry for me and because I was upset. As time gets closer and closer to the wedding, I don't want to officiate the wedding or even go. I understand that this is her wedding and it's not about me, but I feel like there's a reason that I was never asked to be in my sister's wedding and that nobody will tell me the real reason. Am I in the wrong for not wanting to officiate or even go?
Am I wrong for canceling my birthday party because my parents cut my sister a slice of my custom-made cake the night before my party when she cried for it? My sister, 11 female, is the miracle golden child. She always gets what she wants whenever she wants, and my parents always try to please her and make her happy. They always make a big effort on her birthday and do whatever she asks for, but can barely remember mine and are always conveniently broke. This year, I wanted to enjoy my birthday, so I babysat and even mowed lawns to make it possible. My birthday was a few days ago, and the party was scheduled for the day after. I have been planning for weeks and invited all my friends. I bought the food, snacks, and drinks and picked up my custom-made cake. I was so excited about it because it was just perfect. Well, the night before the party, I noticed my cake that was in the fridge had a huge slice missing. When I asked my dad, he shrugged and nonchalantly said that my sister was crying for it and it was just a small piece. I don't care if it was a crumb missing. Am I wrong for canceling my birthday party because my parents cut my sister a slice of my custom cake the night before my party when she cried for it? My dad nonchalantly said that my sister was crying for it and it was just a small piece my friends wouldn't notice. Like I said, I don't care if it was a crumb. I yelled at him asking why he would do something like that when it wasn't even bought with his money, and that my sister could have just waited for tomorrow. This made him angry and he ranted saying that I think I'm an adult because of my stupid party, implying that I did everything myself. I was so upset I didn't even want to host it at my house anymore. And I ended up calling it off because I couldn't find another location. One of my friends told me that calling it off was definitely an overreaction and I could have just grit my teeth and gone through with it. Top comment says not wrong, but next year see if you can have your party at someone else's house. Don't invite your family, and next time something like this happens, just show the cake the way it is. Then when they ask, let your parents answer. Am I wrong for telling my sister to change her dress, wear underwear, or she's not welcome to my wedding? I'm 26 female and my sister's 2 years older than me. My fiance is 30 male. Me and my sister were raised in a liberal home where we could wear anything or nothing at home. Now, my sister has always dressed very skimpy, and I don't mind because I was used to it at home, but this time I'm feeling a type of way because it's my wedding. My wedding will be February 2024, and my sister, who's also one of the bridesmaids, has shown me what she intends to wear, and I was shocked to say the least. The dress clearly shows she's not wearing a bra or panties because it has a slit up to her waist and her back and chest are barely covered. I'm uncomfortable with her being around other people, especially my fiance and his family looking like that. I did mention it to my parents and they see nothing wrong with the outfit. But I told her if she doesn't find a different and more decent looking dress, she's no longer one of the bridesmaids and not allowed to the wedding anymore. Am I wrong for telling my sister to change her dress, wear underwear, or she's not welcome to my wedding? You guys, I didn't even realize that there was a picture of the actual dress in question. Here it is. And mind you, my parents see nothing wrong with the outfit. I told her if she doesn't find a more decent dress, she's no longer one of the bridesmaids and not invited to my wedding. She feels I'm being unfair since I have no right to control what people wear, and I also let the bridesmaids choose what they wanted. She did choose the right color, but the design makes me feel it's not appropriate. I just don't want my sister flashing my guests, but she called me wrong when I disinvited her. And now she and my parents are not talking to me, and my fiance says he has no opinion and will go with what I decide. Top comment says, and this is one reason why people elope. Put your foot down that your sister will not be dressing like she's going to a MTV Music Awards show or will not be in your wedding. You are the bride, and in this case, you can control what your bridal party and even guests wear.